If you unwittingly believe that managing money should be easy, well, then it is not unreasonable for that expectation to extend to pricing too. Hello, 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 and welcome to More Than Money, a podcast where we have nuanced conversations about money, business, and life, where we take the time to explore the human side of money because success with money is never just about the numbers. I'm your host, Jacquette Timmons, and I am really, really glad that you've taken the time to join me today. So, whether this is your very first episode, or one of many, again, welcome. And before we get into today's episode, we are getting closer and closer to when I am hosting our next Pricing Made Human masterclass. And I do this on a regular basis because money is very personal, business is very personal, and this is why pricing is very personal. And it's also why getting your pricing correct is never just a one size fits all exercise or solution, nor is it a one and done endeavor. It is a reiterative process. And while there isn't a general rule of thumb regarding when you should review your pricing, because it depends on how your business is affected by a variety of factors, like your market, like what is it that you offer, or your clients, your prospects, your customers, or your competition, or how your business in particular is affected by much larger economic factors. Like, how do those things trickle down and impact you? And so I'm of the mindset that one, your pricing should be done regularly. And if not quarterly, well, then the next best thing is twice a year. And our biannual pricing masterclass is coming up soon. And that is where and when we take the time to take a holistic look at your approach to pricing, looking very specifically at your relationship with money, your relationship with yourself, with your business, and with the folks that you want to serve. Again, your clients, your customers, and your prospects, because all of this plays a role, both obvious and subtle roles in your pricing. And so to learn more and to RSVP, all you got to do is go to jacquettetimmons.com/pricing dash masterclass. Again, jacquettetimmons.com/pricing dash masterclass. And I hope to see you there. In the meantime, let's get into today's show. I know I've said this before, but it absolutely bears repeating. And it is this: that pricing is the backbone of every business. It is that lever that can make a tremendous difference between having a thriving business and thus a thriving life or not. Yet, pricing is far from easy. For starters, it's not easy because it involves setting a price that reflects a complex interplay of creating and refining your offers based on market awareness and research, based on customer awareness and insight, and based on competitive intelligence. And then there's other factors, right? Because it's how these factors that I've just ticked off, how do they intersect with how well you operate and run your business? And this includes doing things like cost analysis and having strategic foresight so that you can adapt when industry or economic factors affect any or all of the components of your business. And just guess what? That is just the business side of things. As an entrepreneur or small business owner, you are constantly straddling this line between working in your business or on your business, or I guess I should say, and on your business. And if you're like most folks with whom I work, you likely love the in your business part. You could do this all day because this is where your expertise shines. This is how you serve your clients and your customers, and it is what sparks the curiosity of your prospects. And if all you had to do was show up and do the work, everything would be hunky dory. But then there is the business of what you do. And this involves managing and optimizing a variety of key areas. For example, designing your offers, marketing them, selling them. What about the back office operations and the technology that you need to do all of that? Customer service, the finance part of the household, if you will. Not only does each of these individually require your attention, energy, and resources, you also have to manage how each area intersects with the other. This is considered working on your business, and it typically requires a different set of skills, a mindset, and strategies than those that you tap into when you are working in your business. And so the degree to which you balance working on and in your business well is what helps you to navigate the challenges that you will inevitably encounter. And it is also what puts you in a position to capitalize on the opportunities when they surface too. Here's the key though. Understanding the role of pricing when it comes to managing that difference between working in and on your business, because this is part art and part science. While working in the business focuses on doing the work, working on your business involves everything else that is designed to support your vision and your short and long-term goals. And it's not an either or, because both perspectives are crucial and both should inform one another, especially since getting this combination right is how you are able to set prices that reflect the value of what you offer and that drives your operational success, your profitability, and your strategic growth. But there are some who believe that setting your prices so that you get this combination right is simply a mathematical problem that can be solved with a calculator. I'm not in that camp. Firsthand experience with running and growing a business for almost 30 years and working one-on-one with clients for almost as long continues to remind me that pricing is also very personal, just like business and money are personal. And so this is another reason pricing isn't easy. It is also what makes pricing a persistent challenge. And I have a theory about this. It's one I started to form during the research and writing process for my book, Financial Intimacy: How to Create a Healthy Relationship with Your Money and Your Mate. And it is this: people think managing their money should be easy. Now, in part, I blame the personal finance industry for fostering this idea, because it does so through its messaging, its marketing, and the tools that are promulgated, even though this is really a threesome that is designed to make managing your money more approachable and less daunting. Unfortunately, the strides made in this regard have given many, I should say, not money, but many, the perception that this can be done without much contemplation, without any engagement or very little engagement, and without any or very little personalization. And what this ends up doing is causing people to oversimplify and underestimate the effort, the energy, and the emotions managing your money requires, particularly if you aim to do this well. And my point is this: if you unwittingly believe managing money should be easy, well, then it's not unreasonable for that expectation to extend to pricing too. And I think part of why pricing is a persistent challenge is the expectation that it should be easy. But when you think about it, how can this be when everything in business and in life is in a constant state of change? On the business front, examples of things that change and impact your business are market dynamics like new competitors, a change in buying behavior or buyer behavior, and economic factors. When it comes to technology and operations, you've got changes and upgrades that are often required to keep your business running and operating smoothly and maybe even help take it to the next level. And also from a financing standpoint or the financial side of the business, it can have an impact on the financing options in terms of what's available to you, and especially as economic factors trickle down to have an impact on your business. And then plus, you have to account for everything that changes in and has an impact on your personal life as well. Like, the cost of living, the cost of debt, retirement planning, healthcare, education for yourself or for your children, and unexpected expenses. This is why pricing is a persistent challenge. And it's a persistent challenge because as the backbone of your business, it needs to change in response to what changes. I'm going to repeat that again. The reason pricing is a persistent challenge is because it needs to change in response to what changes, both the changes that you initiate as well as those that you don't. And again, this is, the changes that are happening and unfolding in your business and as well in your life. And so this is why setting the quote unquote right price for your products and services is one of the most critical yet challenging aspects of running a business. And with Pricing Made Human, with our Pricing Made Human Masterclass, I give you a framework so that you can meet and embrace this challenge each time that you need to. And in the process, we shed light on the power of tackling your pricing from all sides, the financial, the emotional, and the personal. And so I hope that you will join us. So to learn more and to RSVP, go to jaquettetimmons.com/pricing dash masterclass. And that is it for today, folks. As always, thank you so much for listening. And if you'd like to show appreciation for this podcast or perhaps this particular episode, please do me a favor and share it so that we can reach more people than we could on our own. And if you happen to be listening on Apple Podcasts, please take a moment to leave a rating and a review. One, we do read them, but two, it helps with that thing called an algorithm. And if you happen to be listening on YouTube, thank you so much. We are definitely gaining traction on that end, and I appreciate that. So please comment below there too. And of course, if you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can do that by going to buymeacoffee.com/Jaquette, buymeacoffee.com/Jaquette. I'll be back with another episode, and I hope that you will too. Until then, remember, it's about more than money.